Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. P with Mr. P Explores, and today on our adventure we find ourselves in Leetonia, Ohio, home of the famous coke ovens. These coke ovens that we're going to be taking a look at today, and there are many of them, were used in the late 1800s, early 1900s to make charcoal. Wood and other substances were put into these beehive-shaped chambers, and they were burned at a high rate. And the charcoal that came out was then used to make steel in these steel mills up in Youngstown. We're about maybe an hour away from Youngstown, depending on speed. So we're going to check out some of these coke ovens, and there are many of them. This place is amazing. It's definitely worth a trip out to check out. It's a cool piece of Ohio history, and we may even go inside some of these. As you can see, a lot of them have collapsed. But there are still quite a few of them left to see. At one point, this was a heavy industry area. This place would have been teeming with workmen, machinery, train cars, rail lines, all of that coming in here to service these coke ovens. First thing I thought of when I saw them, of course, I thought of The Hobbit. Looks like hobbit holes. You'll definitely see that when we go into the main area. And as we come across these rows, it does look reminiscent of something out of The Lord of the Rings. And some of these we can actually go inside. We'll take a look at this one here. What's kind of cool about this one is Mother Nature is slowly creeping in. And if you look up, and as these coke ovens deteriorate, a lot of the brick is turning to powder, turning the soil red. This is probably my favorite section right here. This old tree had put in roots here. And this is one of the main areas of the coke ovens. The section that I'm standing in right now would have actually been filled with water. Not sure if this was just a ditch that they had for excess runoff water, or if it was served a purpose, or if it was in a canal of some kind. Off to the sides here, there were actual train cars. Long before this all eroded, there were train cars that ran right past here. They could have shoveled the coke, the charcoal, right into the train cars. All of this begs the question, what will our industry look like in 100 years? Will somebody like me be videotaping what's left of our industries? Odds are probably yes. A lot of these have collapsed, or in the process of collapsing. point, all of these ovens looked a lot like this one, with the stone facing, the brick facing. Most of them, like this one right next door, have some better days. And you may be able to see this, you may not be able to. There are spider webs galore here. I guess it's as good a place as any to put a web. All right, this old machine you're seeing in front of you here is what I believe to be an old coal hopper that they would have put the coal into before it got dumped into the trains. I believe this would have been up on top of the ovens. This would have poured all the materials in to be burned. As you can see, that would have been on a rail. Ah, that can't be good. And over here, there looks to be another type of rail car. Something that would have carried materials around. Not sure which. We're going to head over to the far side here so you can check out some of these other areas. Very, very cool stuff here in Leetonia. you can see these hooks. These hooks actually probably held the door on both sides. Most of them are missing them. Hard to believe this is the center of industry at one point. So that's going to do it for Mr. P on this quick trip out to Leetonia, Ohio. Hope you enjoyed the trip. If you liked the adventure, please by all means subscribe to the channel, like our video, and follow along with us. And as always, coming straight from the heart, this is Mr. P saying keep on exploring wherever you go and document everything.